Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew Espresso Shots. A quick little story you can watch while you're getting ready for work, while you're on lunch break, or if you're just bored. So let's jump into the Reddit story. Entitled Homophobic Veteran versus Gay Veteran. My wife reminded me of something that we witnessed a few years ago while we were out on a date night, and I decided to share it here. There's a restaurant that my wife used to love to go to. I wasn't a huge fan. While the food was good enough, the prices always made me cringe. Plus, I'm not one who enjoys getting all fancied up, but it's my wife, and I like to treat her, as to show my gratitude for all she does. However, what happened that night made the cost more than worth the price of admission, as you could say, we were ringside for this event. Now, it's been a few years since this happened, so liberties have been taken wording, and while it's against my usual policy, I will be including a cast this time. EW, entitled wife, EV, entitled veteran, GV, gay veteran. So there we were, my wife enjoying her salad, and me poking at the slab of meat I was debating on sending back. It was overcooked, as I hear the silent screams of my wallet about to go into death throes. The restaurant is rather quiet on this particular night, and off in the corner, my wife and I noticed two men sitting and enjoying their meal. What grabbed our attention was the fact that one of them got up and knelt down to the other and presented a ring. Now, this grabbed most people's attention, and a few even lightly clap, and aww, as he places the ring on gay veteran's hand. As we were watching, my eyes grab a hold of this old couple next to us. The wife spins around with a disgusted look and starts to whisper to her husband as things settle back to quiet murmurs. I watched as entitled wife began her bitch fest to her husband. I don't recall what she said, but she kept pointing to the gay couple who were just quietly sitting there, staring into each other's eyes lovingly. Entitled wife looked at the newly engaged couple and began an epic dialogue. "You two are disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourselves." "Thank you." He smiles and turns back to his fiancée. "You two are both going to burn in hell." Gay veteran turns back. "Then do us a favor and save us a seat when you get down there, won't you?" Entitled wife turns back to her husband with a shocked Pikachu face. Her husband pipes up. "Hey, you can't talk to my wife like that." "Yeah, don't you know who we are?" Gay veteran turns back again to the couple, looking a bit annoyed now. "No, and nor do we care. Just so you know, you're talking to two military veterans, and I find it disgusting that people like you two are allowed to behave like this in public." "Oh, really? And what did you do in the military?" "I was artillery." Gay veteran nods to the wife. "And you?" "As he said, we were artillery." Gay veteran laughs and turns back to his fiancée. In other words, he was artillery and she was a docking port for Jody. I couldn't help myself but laugh out loud at that one, which earned me a well-deserved punch in the arm from my wife. The entitled old couple gasped. Now, I must point out that this little back and forth had remained rather quiet up to this point, garnering the attention of only a few people. But that was about to change. "How dare you! You will put some respect on your tongue." "My husband fought for the rights you two are abusing." "Well, congratulations, Captain America. Guess what? So did I. And guess what? So did other people. It doesn't make you special." "BS. The military would never take someone like you." Gay veteran narrowed his eyes. 31 Bravo, military police, stationed at Fort Army Base, assigned to company name, deployed 2009 for Operation Iraqi Freedom to city in Iraq. 30% disabled veteran with an honorable discharge. Entitled wife, a little quieter now. "What was your rank?" "Corporal." "Ha! We were a sergeant, so we outrank you." Gay veteran stands up with anger in his eyes as his fiancée tries to pull him back down with a fearful, "oh shit" look on his face. "No, he was a sergeant. You have no rank. And let me tell you about sergeants. All the ones I knew were garbage. Is that what you are, Sarge? Are you garbage as well?" I had to turn my chair as I wanted to make sure I had a good view of this. Again, this is paraphrased, but what he said was so spot on and badass that I remember most of it like it was yesterday. Gay veteran began to slowly walk towards the couple. People like you make me sick. It's bad enough that you use your veteran status to excuse your entitled behavior, but the fact that you abuse it by using it to bully and harass others instead of being a positive influence to model kindness, charity, and goodwill towards others is sickening. He then turns to entitled wife and looks her dead in the eye. And you're the one that should be ashamed. Instead of making your own mark and building on your own achievements, you have to ride the coattails of your husband? Do you demand that people thank you for your service as well? Well, I hate being thanked for my service, but I grin and bear it for those who do deserve that thanks. Those who aren't here to hear it. Those who died for that thanks. He is now looking at both of them again. So fuck you and fuck your hate-filled God. My day of judgment will be between him and me and no one else. So sit there, eat your food, and leave others alone. And when you get home, I pray that you throw away all the mirrors in your house, because I would not be able to look myself in the mirror if I were so holier than thou and hate-filled as the pair of you. Gay veteran then turned and went back to his table as entitled veteran began to stand up, only to be pulled back down by his wife, who just kept her eyes down. The silence in the restaurant was almost deafening, but the room soon returned to its normal quiet chatter. I would occasionally look over at the entitled old couple who just ate in silence, never looking up, and then left in a hurry. As my wife and I left, I happened to look back over at the gay couple and was glad to see them smiling and laughing at each other. Not fazed whatsoever. Best $110 I ever spent. Though, I think I'll send the steak back next time. That speech though. Sir, yes sir. Preach. I completely agree with everything he said. Also, the reason the gay couple was so unfazed by it all is because they're unfortunately probably used to it, and bigoted comments are getting so damn old. Like, are these hateful people not aware that by saying, "You're a disgusting sinner and you're going to hell," isn't going to just magically make them not gay anymore? So just keep your hateful comments to yourself. Also, on the other side of this, if you're going to serve, whether it be in the military, the police force, nursing, etc., just to be able to hold it over others' heads and use it as a power tripping device, do us all a favor and don't. Because you're just discrediting others that are doing it for the right reasons. There should honestly be an evaluation where only pure-hearted people are allowed to go into service roles. Do it for the right reasons, the humanitarian reasons, the charity reasons, humility. But we've said it before, and we've had this conversation before. There's a lot of people who go into these types of authority roles just to have an excuse to act like entitled asshats and like they're above everyone else, which is so sad and backwards. But unfortunately, narcissists are always going to exist, and at least we have awesome people like Gay Veteran who stand against people like that. A beautiful display of liberty in honor of Pride Month. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!